Today on the Savage Board Gaming channel, my first playthrough of Marine Worlds for Ark Nova. Okay, so I just wanted to go over my first game of Marine Worlds. Haven't played this expansion yet, and I wanted to give it a shot here. Kind of burned myself out on regular Ark Nova, so maybe this change would help out. So let me go over this first game that I just played and tell you what I think about the expansion. So the first thing that happens are we're going to draft new action cards. So we're each dealt 3, and we're going to choose one and then pass it to the person on our left, I believe. So I'm looking here, I'm seeing this association which says gain an X token if the X is higher than the value of the task performed. So I don't know. I didn't think that I wanted to do this, right? So what it means is, say if I'm at 5 and I take a 3 action, I'll get 2 X tokens. Sounds really good. I don't know if it is in practice. So I also have a second one, right? What it's saying is perform the association tax with the maximum value of X, just like all association cards. Step 5, you may place this action card on 1 and instead perform another action. I don't think this is very good because I want my association to be high in my actions and use it while it's in 5, right? I don't want it to use my association and do something else. I definitely want to use it in the 5 spot to back conservation projects. So I did not like that one so much, but I did like this one. It's animals, right? What it's saying is the first animal you play costs 2 less. So it's giving me a discount on building animals. And then once you upgrade it, it says additionally, for each animal you play, you may pay 2 money to gain a appeal. So I think that's the one I really liked, so that's what I took here. Okay, so sorry, there's a little snafu there. Okay, so the next set of cards I was given to draft from is build, right? It says build 1 building with max size of X plus, right? Which is actually pretty good. Means I can automatically build bigger enclosures. But it's like, is it that good? I don't think so. It's going to be diminishing returns at the end of the game where I'm not building as much, so I didn't want that one. So I took this one, which is I think is really good, which is if I pay 2 money, I can do a clever action and move a card down. Then when I upgrade it, I get to do clever for free. So I go ahead and take that one. I might get to keep 2 of these. So the third one that was given to me was play 1 sponsor card like normal, break like normal. It says additionally you may discard 1 sponsor card and take 1 sponsor card from the display. I really felt like this was situational. Like, what if there are no sponsors in the row? And I don't know any of these cards yet, so I'm playing this blind. Like, I didn't go through and like try to study these cards in advance or anything like that. So I'm going to keep these 2 here and discard this one. Okay. So our conservation projects are birds, lizards, and habitat diversity. So I'm looking at my starting cards here. I have one of the new conservation projects in my hand, which is if you have 2 of these animals, you can support the conservation project, and it then gives you a power, right? So like that first column on the left is if you put your conservation project there, you get to do a clever action. If you did it in the middle one, if you have to research, then you can get a appeal, right? Or a reputation, I'm sorry. And then the last one is if you do that conservation and put your cube there, you gain the ability to draw a primate card from the deck. It also gives you a clever for playing it automatically. It's what the bottom right is there, in that gray box. Monkeys aren't really like part of this, and I'm not starting with a monkey, so I just discard this. Since it is birds, I have 3 birds here, right? And I have this. I was tempted by taking Meerkat, but I was like, I probably wouldn't be able to play it right away. The way I'm going to play is I'm going to grab one of these partner zoos, so I'm not going to probably bump up my reputation quick. Because I want to, because if you look here, I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, right? And then 4, and I'm almost there with this one. So that was my plan. Unfortunately, it's not a quick conservation that I'm doing. It's going to take me a round or 2. But then this starting flop comes out of cards. So reptile breeding. If reptile's already here. Secretary bird, which is a great card in case I find the release for birds or Africa. Marabou is also good. I see this one, which is a new one for me, right? And it says for the rest of the game, every placement bonus, every H icon on your zoo map you cover, do not get the bonus, right? So I would lose all these bonuses, right? Says you may rearrange up to 3 buildings on your map. Take the 3 buildings off your map and then place them again for free. It's okay if this separates your buildings from each other. You also may place 1 pavilion and 1 kiosk for free. You do not get placement bonuses for placing any of these buildings, nor do you get a new sponsor card for covering the H icons. So this seems like it's very useful for the Hollywood Hills map, right? So that's where the H icons are. So it's not really useful. So I just ignore that. I do see this also a new one, which is a black slide hawkfish, right? So if you haven't played Marine Worlds yet, there's a new building type, which is aquarium, which is this symbol up here. And there's 2 different types of aquariums. There's a big one, which is a 5 size, and a small one, which is 2 size. And these can only go in aquariums. So that's why if you see the hex up there with the 2 in it, it's red. It means you cannot place it in a normal enclosure. That number is just there to show you if it's a large or small fish, basically, for cards that refer to the size of the animal that you're placing. It does have a reef ability, which is really good. But I was a little bit slow in my first game to pick these up. But these reef symbols activate when you play them. So it would give me a kiosk or a pavilion, right? And then I think if you play another 1 card with this red symbol here, this little red symbol, you actually get to trigger all of your reef cards again. So I could get multiple from this. But like I said, I was a little bit slow to the party here, building my aquarium. Played a little bit slow. I do have a new animal here, but it's not really special. It just gives me a reputation and a 5 appeal. So I keep those 4. Ziha is the first player to go, right? doing a sponsor. Oh, actually, Alex went first. They what did they do here? They broke for 5 money. That's why this is at 5. So everybody's playing sponsors off the bat. Obviously, I want to play sponsors also. So I'm going to get this ornithologist out. Ornithologist. Okay. Round 1 already in the books. Or turn 1, I should say. Alex, who seems significantly more experienced than I am, decides to take a partner zoo. They take Australia. I don't need to worry about Australia because I already have a bird that has the Australia tag on it for this goal. So. Okay. I'm gonna build. Just build a 1, unfortunately, even though it was all the way up there. I guess I could have built something bigger, like reach out and grab this to take this breeding program, but there is a new rule when you take cards, these waves, right? If another one is drawn, it makes you discard this card and then draw another card. So you can actually wipe out a bunch of cards on this row real quick. And I really do want this secretary bird, so... Okay, large aquarium was built, so this is what the large aquarium looks like. I think this is really good on this map to stretch across though, like they might have probably wanted to play it maybe here. And it has to touch water, and you probably wanted to touch rock also because there are some that require rock. So I think maybe putting it here might be good, or putting it like upside down here would be good, but they just stretched it out along this way to touch their kiosk for extra money, extra income I should say. All right, my turn. Just going to snap up secretary bird. Now I have 4 bird symbols in my hand, so I don't think anybody was really ready to break yet, you know, like everybody has money, so I wasn't too scared about having that 4th card in my hand. Alex draws cards. Now, red here could break, but they haven't played animals yet, so they're not going to break on me. They're going to want to play their animals before that. But this does give me a little bit of pause because they're playing their animals now, right? There's nothing to keep them from breaking on me. Play this card, which is a Brahmini kite. It has Hunter, which, you know, is part of the base game. You know, draw 2 cards, keep 1. I just go ahead and do my thing. I grab Americas. I have all 5 continents. This game was a little bit slow for me because I wasn't like able to react as quickly as that, because these new cards were like, should I get this? Is this good? Is it not good? This card here looks really great. I wish I could have got it, but I couldn't. It says you may place 1 kiosk in your zoo map for free. The usual building rules apply. In the income phase, for each break, you gain 1 money per kiosk all other players have on their zoo maps. No matter how much income these kiosks generate for their owner. So you would count up your opponent's kiosk and you would gain 1 for each one of those, right? So that's a good bump to your income. You also gain 1 conservation point if you have 5 or more kiosks. So it's almost like the America Specialist, right? expert card, sponsor card. Okay. Red's drawing from the deck. Took a few days off for Christmas here, so I'm just getting back into this stuff. Play my Bird of Paradise. It would cost 2 less because of my animal card, and then got 3 money back for it because of my ornithologist. And then I played my Great Hornbill. Same thing. I get 3 money back. So like, I still have a little bit of money to mess with before the end of the round. So I did move my build up to 5 for a couple reasons. I'm not going to be the one that causes the break here with sponsors. So I moved the build up so I could just build something and then just be prepared for next round. Maybe I get a sponsor card if I drew, right? Okay. Sponsors, Polar Bear exhibit. I really don't like to see that. I do have this Wolverine. I am going to play it regardless because I need this symbol. Maybe that was a mistake, but still, I'm going to do that anyways. I give my opponent 2 appeal for that. Okay. So I'm going to build, put a 3 here, grab card off top of the deck. I get the wolf. I'm thinking to myself, oh man, like I just built the 3 for this one, so I need probably play it. So I really don't need this symbol, but this is such a good card for releasing. And if I have the secretary bird out, you know, maybe I could release it and then put the wolf there, or vice versa. But it becomes a non-factor later on. Triggering break, fine with that. Opponent does have, oh no, they don't yet, sorry. They do have a project they're going to play their next turn, so. Okay, good, next player's turn. Red's going to, oh, we're still just getting our stuff in the break here. Choose association, grab the microscope and 2 rep. In this game, I wasn't too worried about the upgrade so much. As long as I upgraded the 2 special ones, I think was my plan. Then maybe get sponsors or association later. Trying not to like put too much focus on making sure I upgrade all 4 cards. I think sometimes that's a trap I'm learning to avoid. They just picked up Amazon House. Get down here and see if I can show it to you. No, I can't show it. When they play it, I'll show it to you. It's another sponsor card. It gives you a specific building shape, and it gives you a lot of points. So I see this, I'm like, oh, can I get to this? But okay, red breaks 5. Gonna use my new cards action here, but it's still early in the game. I don't really see any reason to clever down right now. You know, we're pretty close to, you know, we're only 5 away from the break. I do need to, oh, I didn't know it did that. I do want to play animals still. I still want to get me another partner zoo. So I think I take Africa to make it so I don't have to wait for this card. kiosk and a aquarium. Now I do have my first aquarium animal. It's pretty okay. Inventive, so I'll gain a X token, and then whenever a reef is triggered, I would gain 3 money, including when I play it initially. Unfortunately, I didn't get this smoothly. Maybe I should have went after this one, right? Because that one gives you a conservation point, but the problem with that is it does take up 4 spaces in your aquarium. So it's like, how many more animals am I going to be able to play with that, with the reef symbol, right? So I think that's the way they have it balanced, is if it gives you a super powerful ability, it takes up a lot of space in your aquarium. So you've seen the wave action there, made us discard the scoring card there. So bird breeding got discarded. It's what it is though, so let's go ahead and grab Africa. I now have a setup for all 5 continents. Nobody else is really close, right? Animals, plays the marabou and then scavenges too. Right. So my animal card upgraded, I can finally get some reputation. So this is going to give me a rep, plus the 5 animals gives me a rep. Plus I'll be able to spend 2 to gain an appeal. So I don't know what the trade-off there is. Like, is there a good time when you don't want to spend it, you know, that 2 money, or should I do it every time? For the most part, I did do it every time except once. I think that I was just like trying to do the math to say, is it worth keeping this money for another card, right? But I haven't watched enough people play Marine Worlds yet to get an idea of what's good and what's not good, right? Okay, second break. I have to discard 1. This is where I get rid of the wolf. Not because it's a bad card, but I wanted to try one of these aquarium animals. Maybe that's just foolish, but it was my first game. I'm like, well, let me just play a few and see what I get. So here's where my eyes light up, right? I get this wonderful conservation project card come up. Fits into what I'm doing. I already have 3 birds. I already qualify for it. So my goal is to snap that up with when I do my conservation. So I take snap right here, and we'll look at it closer once we snag it here. Well, we'll look at it now first. So if you put your cube in the first one, you get to place a kiosk or a pavilion. Second one is reputation if you have to research, and third one is you can dig for a bird. So I'm already at 3 birds. I have a 4th bird in my hand. I can use this to get my 5th bird. At least that was my thought process. It goes horribly wrong, but I can make up for it later, right? So I'm definitely going to do habitat diversity. Then these are new tokens, which I had never seen before. So I take this one here, which if this thing would quit scrolling, I could show you, maybe. Saying replay. So what it basically does is I get to snap again, and then my hand size is increased for the rest of the game by 1. So right now I have a hand size of 4 max during the break. The other card I snapped up was this Vulture sponsorship. Obviously it's going to be great for my income, right? So this one I think is you may ignore up to 3 conditions on one animal card while playing it. It's a single use, so you get it and you can use it once during the game. Once you do it, you have to flip it over. This is also new, which is draw 3 final scoring cards, then discard 3 final scoring cards. So if you don't have very many good scoring conditions and game scoring cards, you could use this maybe to like find something better, obviously. But I have a good one. I'm just doing conservation. Now I already got 1 done. I have this here, right? I'm probably going to get this. That's 3. I have herpetologist. There's a chance I'll get this one, you know. So I'm not too concerned about my end game scoring. That doesn't mean I wouldn't take that if I get there. It just means that I'm content with what I have right now. Now we are doing map A here, which, you know, has the free worker on it, which makes my life a lot easier in this game. This game we're playing right now. My problem is I didn't really stretch out to grab it immediately, so like, blue is ready to take it, red is not, so red did a strategy, we both did, where I think that's how we did it. No, they got their extra worker from here. So the new meta that's going on with Ark Nova is taking this worker instead of the upgrade. Might not want to do it all the time, but you know, I felt it was worth taking an extra worker here so I can keep the flow of my actions going. And I don't feel like it's worth upgrading build. You know, I do have this, which needs a, you know, could use an aviary, but I'm like, I don't see any other big birds out there, so why even worry about upgrading build, right? Just to get a birdhouse, right? So I decided not to upgrade that. I upgraded animals, obviously, so I can start getting more reputation. Put a 4 there for the secretary bird. Red plays a vulture. I love my vulture cards. It's probably a weakness of mine that I go for them all the time. Like I have to restrain myself occasionally. But alright, so I'm going to play this one here, the herpetologist, because I feel like I can still get this out before the end of the round, obviously. So I definitely want to play it before the end of the round so I can start taking advantage of that extra income, right? Okay. Blue plays common agama. I get money for that. So I played that sponsor card at the right time to take advantage of it. I was thinking nobody has built any lizards yet, so let's get it out before somebody does. These cards are very good in bigger games, you know. The more players, the better they are. So 3-player game. they're pretty decent to play, especially if they match the goals, right? Red takes Americas. Use the next token to play animals. I just wanted to have it out before sponsors came around again. I could have probably been more patient, but I felt like I do want to take this here, the hand size increase, so I can hold 6 cards now, right? And that will also give me an upgrade to one of my cards. Okay, Amazon House finally comes out. So it's this piece right here, right? Gives you a reputation, 2 conservation points, and 4 appeal. It does require you to upgrade your sponsor card. You do need American tag somewhere in your zoo, and you need to have 6 reputation. It does give you 3 tags though. It gives you a primate, herbivore, and a marine reef dweller, or whatever you want to call it. So, I think that's what those are called, reef dwellers, right? Okay, so let's keep moving here. Okay. Build. I wasn't too concerned with red. They didn't seem to be like very aggressively playing, like staying tucked back here in this corner. They're not like reaching out to grab their worker or any of those things that like really good players do, right? At least on this map, you should reach out here, you know. Like I said, they could have placed this aquarium here, you know, got this these 2 bonuses along with the money, right? And it would have been touching this, but it's only a 1 income difference, you know. I think anytime you're on this map with Marine Worlds, you should probably build that here, right? I think it's a really good setup. Or you could build one here, like a pavilion, right? And then build your aquarium right here, touching these 2 water. So, here I am blabbing though. So I did use my association card. Grab that, upgraded cards. Not to spoil anything, but that's the only 2 upgrades I get this whole game. I didn't push for all 3 or 4. I find other ways to do this, right? Since I have this here, worker from here, I don't need to worry about this so much, right? I have this on the board, and I have this, so I can get all my workers still. So. Okay. I'm going to draw cards. I pick up this porcupine because of this. But I do draw other cards first, right? No, I did draw from the deck. Well, spoilers, I do grab this. So I think I build my aquarium here. And then before it's gone, I put a 1 size here or 2 size here to get these 2 bonuses. Then take it from the bonus off the board there. This reptile is okay, but I don't have any microscopes. So for me, it's like, it's going to be hard to play unless I grab this, right? So. I see that and I'm like really excited, but I was going to take it at one point and then I decided against it and take something else instead. I mean, it would have been easy for me to complete this, but I had one that was already, you know, an end game sponsor conservation point that I could have did once we start moving some of these cards. I'll show you. So there's my aquarium. Grab the extra worker and the 10 money. So I'm still have a lot of money in this round. Yeah, takes the reptile. So that's another new thing in this one. You can grab this, right? When you do this, you actually get one of these, which have the animal tags on them. So blue. Yeah, it was blue that did that, right? Took the one with the reptiles on it, which gives them research, a tag, and then they get to dig for a reptile. So, or get one from the deck, basically. All right, it's my turn. I'm gonna play vultures. I waited long enough. I was messing with fire there. Has to be played before the end of this round. So just want to make sure I get it out there. Plus I didn't have enough Asia tags really to make this super worth it. Would have got 3 points off of it. Where I was getting 4 points off the birds, right? So guided school tours. It's okay. But in order to make it worth it, you have to have animals played, right? So they only have 2 animals. Both are birds. To score this, you need 5 different animal types. So. Alright, my turn. I'm going to play that octopus. Oh no, I build the enclosure. Shoot. See? I forgot the order which I did things in. Just wanted to get it because I was worried also during a break, if we start getting a bunch of wave cards, this will get knocked away. I'm like going to take this so that I can score this, right? So that's another one. I'll be at 2, 3, 4, 5. Conservation, which will max out my end game. I used to be down on this one when I first started because I was like, there's no way you could score 5 conservation projects. But over time, as I got better at the game, I'm realizing it's not super hard to do. I think when I first started playing this game was like, I was of the mindset is you always go for the highest one. So you always want the 5 or the max on the CP. And then settle for anything else. But that's not how you should play. You should play to back a conservation project, get some of these powers over here early, and go from there. Alright, snap up a card. I thought about snapping this, but I'm like, it's in range. So like maybe I just draw it. I snap this up instead because I've already scored a conservation project if I play it, right? Plus it's 2 rep, you know, which I'm trying to push up still. seen Predator Management here, but I didn't think it was worth taking on some. Because I would have to find another Predator. You know, I don't have it automatically set up to score it, you know. If I had the 2 Predators already, yeah, I would have snapped that up, but I don't. Okay, I'm gonna play Octopus and Crested Porcupine. So that's why I did that. That's why I built this first, so I could get the Porcupine and just do it all in one turn. Okay, so I gained a appeal there. That 2 money for 1 appeal is really helping me out a lot here. I just scored it twice. So they keep taking this. Like, if this was here, I might have thought about taking another university. But I really didn't see what good this would be for me, right? Sure, I could take this to get my 6 spurred, but I already have that planned here. So the 2 rep would have been nice, you know, but it's sort of like they keep taking it before I can get there. I'd rather just release this Porcupine, right? And score another one over here. I take the 2 size reward. Okay. Yep. So I score that. It opens up this spot here, which I forgot I even had. It's like, oh, I'm going to get to flip this back over, but nope. Forgot I had that 1 size there. I use the 2 size to get these bonuses here, including the 2 rep, which gives me another worker. My goal is to do 2 conservation projects this round. I do have Sea Cave, but I have no lizards right now, or reptiles, I should say. This is very good for blue, since they have their sponsors up, right? That'll get them their 4th worker. I can't really stop them from that, because I definitely want this. So my cards are at 5, I just do that. Discard that, and then I get to clever down my build, because I really have everything I need right now for the animals that I want to play, which is just right now the shark, right? I mean, I can possibly play this, but I don't have the money, so I just focus on this because I have this card and this card that I'm going to feed to the shark. So shark attack is discard 2 animal cards in reputation range from the display. Gain half of the appeal for those cards rounded down. So I'm going to end up getting 6 points off of those 2 cards. Plus whatever points the shark gives me. So I thought that'd be good. It'll fill up my aquarium though, but it is worth a lot of points. It almost reminds me of the kangaroo, right? But instead of pouching for 1 point each, I'm actually getting 6 points. So to me, it's a much better version of that, right? This really surprised me. I thought they were going to like potentially like build and then break or push for the break. But they play experts in Australia. I don't know if that's because they wanted to score this, right? But yeah, I thought they were really going to break because I have way more cards than I could hold, even though like technically these are expendable, right? If I needed to discard. So I play the shark. Definitely was the right decision. So I gave me 6 there. Gave me 8 for its and the conservation project or CP point, conservation point. I decided not to play this Badger to save a little bit of money because I didn't think Alex was going to push a break, and I really didn't want to break. So I would have been without money completely. I'd rather have a little bit of money in case something comes up, right? All right, so play sponsor. So their card here is really good. It says, let me read it here for you. Play 1 or more sponsor cards with a total max level of +1. So that's normal upgrade. Same thing with the break. It says additionally you may discard 1 card, gain 4, or reduce the level of 1 played card by 2. So that seems very good, right? So okay. Breaks for 2. Don't know why. Like, there's some strange things. I don't know if obviously Red's a newer player. So I get another Reef Dwell or another one of these Marine World, whatever you want to call them. I don't know what you really call these things, but aquarium animal is what I'll call it. But I have no space, so I would have to build a whole nother little aquarium. You can't build a second big one. You can only build 1 of each. So it would take up the whole one, and obviously I don't have any more of these symbols to make it worth playing it. So that's another card that could be chucked if I needed to. Okay. Like I thought they would go ahead and use an association action before the end of the round here. X is down pilled. Play the bird management plan and then dig for a bird. What do I draw? Native seabirds, which I can't play. So heartbreaking. But I was like, you know what? We have a condor here, right? So I'll just take it. I love my scavenging cards. I just grab it instead. I think I don't do that yet. I think I just draw, right? And then Alex starts the break here. I think that was Alex that started the break. It might have been Red here. Oh, Red red triggered the break here. So I think I just snap it up here. Let's just go through this real quick. Place this out right here, right? Gain the 5 money. Snap up the condor just to make sure I get it. Barn owl comes out. I'm like, because I know it's not going to be there. Because Alex is definitely going to snap that up. And then this comes out. I'm like, what is this? Because I've never seen this before, right? So it's... it is basically search discard pile for any petting zoo of your choice. Take in hand if there are no petting zoo animals. Gain nothing. You may not search the discard pile at any other time. For example, playing this card. So you can't like look ahead to see. Then for every petting zoo animal that is played, you gain 2 money. So yeah, it's almost like petting zoo version of these cards, right? So I don't think it's all that good though, unless you're searching for your last petting zoo animal and you know there's one in the discard pile. I laugh when I get barred owl hut. Like, why are you giving that to me now? So my end game is pretty much set up here. I'm going to build a 5 for my condor. Place the 5 here, right? And I'm going to play Chinese water dragon and my condor. That's what I'm going to play when I do animals, right? Get a little bit of money from Alex there at the end because he played that barn owl. We're all scrambling to get as many points as we can. At least me and Alex are. Excuse me, it was a long past 2 days visiting family and the like. So red plays Komodo. Good play because they max it out, so they're catching up a little bit. But like I said, my plan's in place already. I'm going to build play animals, support lizards or reptiles at 2, take the X token bonus, even though I have 3 X tokens by the time I do that. I didn't want to do why I didn't want to do a sea cave. Would have been the same amount of points. I just figured it was better probably just to take this, right? Alright. Backs that for the reputation. Bird one. They're trying to get a 4th bird, probably. I don't think they get another chance to really do anything because they don't have enough workers, right? It shows you the importance of workers. You need to have them. Well, one on top of one thing, they played 5 X tokens to put that at 10, but only did 9, right? 5 and a 4. could have saved yourself an X token there. Like, I don't know why you did that. I don't know if they accidentally did it and then just decided it wasn't worth redoing their whole turn. Like, maybe that's what they thought. Like, I sell 2 cards to get more money. I don't think I really needed it, but I was like, let's just do it anyways. Like, a lot of these cards are useless now. Blue plays animals. I think the best thing Blue could have did was end the game, but for some reason they decide not to. So I don't know if they did some math where they thought they'd lose if they ended the game now, but I need to still do 2 conservation projects here. So or they might have thought I was going to end the game, but I'm not going to end the game. I'm just going to do lizards. Right? Which puts me at 97. So now there's nothing they can do to stop me, right? I'm definitely going to score birds here for 15 points. If they would have ended, I would have probably just played birds and not did the reptiles, but I also would have lost this conservation point at the bottom for my end game, right? Because I would have only had this many, so I would only gain 3. But they afforded me the opportunity to do another conservation project, which I just take reputation, which will give me 2 more points also. So you'll see how important that is at the end here. Okay, I'm going to just do another conservation project. There's nothing I really could do that would have got me 8 points to without triggering endgame. So we're going to do aquatic conservation here. So 2-point difference. I felt confident I was going to win because, you know, they only have 1 bonus card, right? And they have 1 in-game scoring right here, right? Nothing else. Whereas I only have 1 end-game scoring card, and I'm scoring 1 conservation point for my sponsors. So I felt like there's no way he could pass me, right? Because even if he maxed out his end-game, I've maxed out mine. Those 2 reputation, which gave me 2 points here, really helped me win the game there because it was a 2-point difference. So that's Marine Worlds. I'm probably going to play more of it. I really like the new action cards. I like to see more of them. I really need to get a deeper understanding of these new animals. But everything I see so far I've actually liked. So I need to understand the new animals, the new sponsors. Like this one here, right? Oh, so they're called sea animal icons. Okay, I finally found out what they're called. Sea animal icons. That's what the little octopus symbol is. So this is sort of like the one you get for people playing. You get 3 money, right? But, yep. So that's that's the end of this game. If you like this content, please like and subscribe. If you have any strategy tips for Marine Worlds or any of the other games I play, please leave a comment in my videos. And thank you for watching.